History of the United States. The history of the lands that become the United States began with the arrival of the first people in America around 1500 BC. Numerous indigenous cultures found and many saw transformation in the 16th century away from more densely populated lifestyle and toward recognized polities elsewhere. Elsewhere, the European colonization of the Americas began in the late 15th century. However, most colonies in what would later become the United States were settled after 1600. By the 1760, the 13 British colonies contained 2.5 million people and were established along the Atlantic coast east of the Appalachians Mountains. The South colonies built an agricultural system on slave labor, kidnapping people from Africa for this purpose. After defecting France, the British government imposed a series of taxes, including the Stamp Act of 1765 injection the constitutional argument that new taxes needed their approval. Resistance to their taxes, especially the Boston Tea Party in 1773, led to Parliament issuing punitive laws designed to end self-government. Armed conflict began in Massachusetts in 1775. In 1776, in Philadelphia, the Second Continental Congress declared the independence of the colonies as the United States, led by General Gage Washington. It won the Revolutionary War. The peace treaty of 1783 established the border of the new revenge state. The Article of Confederation established a central government, but it was influenced and provided stability as it could not collect taxes and had to execute officer. A convention new vote a new constitution that was adopted in 1789. A bill of rights was added in 1791 to guaranteed inalienable right, with Washington as the first president and Alexander Hamilton as chief advisor. A strong central government was created. Purchase of the Louisiana territory from France in 1803 doubled the size of the United States. Encouraged by the nation of manifest density, the United States expanded to the Pacific coast. While the nation was large in terms of areas, its population in 1790 was only 4 million. Westward explanation was driven by a quest from expensive land from human farmers and slave owners. The expansion of slavery was increasingly consensual and influenced political and consensual battle, which were resolved by compromises. Slavery was abolished in all states north of the Mason-Dixon line by 1804, but states in the South continued the institution to support the kinds of large-scale agriculture that dominated the southern economy, precipitated by the election of Abraham Lincoln as president in 1860. The Civil War began as the southern states seceded from the Union to form their own pro-slavery country, the certificate states of America. The fact of the Confederates in 1865 led to the abolition of slavery in the Reconstruction's area. Following the war, legal and voting rights were extended to female slaves. The national government emerged much stronger and gained explicit duty to protect individual rights. However, when white Southern Democrats ranged their political powers in the South in 1877, often by permanently suppressions of voting, they passing Jim Crow laws to maintain white supremacy, as well as new state constitutions that legalized discriminations based on race, prevent most African Americans from participating in public life. The United States became the world leading industry power at the turn of the 20th century, but due to an outburst of entrepreneurship and industrialization and the arrival of millions of immigrant workers and farmers, a national railroad network was completed and large-scale mines and factories were established. Mass dissatisfaction with the corporation financials and traditional politics stimulated the progress movement from the 1890 to the 1920, leading to reform including the federal income tax, direct election of senators, granting of citizenship to many indigenous people, alcohol prohibition, and women's suffrage initial neutralization during World War I. The United States declared war on Germany in 1917 and founded the Allied victory the following year. After the Propria's roaring twenties, the Wall Street crash of 1929 marked the onset of a decade-long worldwide Great Depression. President Franklin D. Roosevelt implemented his New Deal program, including relief for the employed, support for farmers, social security, and a minimum wage. The New Deal defined modern American liberalism. Following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States entered World War and financed the Allied War effect and helped defeat Nazi Germany and victory Italy in the European theater. It involved culminated in using newly American invented nuclear weapons on Hiroshima and Nagasaki to defeat Imperial Japan in the public war.